Let's look at indirect object pronouns. Something just to know about indirect object pronouns is that they are referring to people, whereas when we looked at direct object pronouns, that's primarily talking about a thing. All right, so what are they? What do they look like? And then as we go through it, I'll also say what we would say in English when we're referring to indirect object pronouns, which I'll call IOPs from now on to make it a little simpler. All right, so indirect object pronouns, that is when an action is directed at a person. So if the action is directed at me, I'd use me. If the action is directed at you, I would use te. If the action is directed at him or her or you, formal, when you're using usted, it's le. And I'm going to put a star by it because when we look at direct and indirect object pronouns together, there will be something different that happens here. So keep that in mind. All right. When the action happens to us, nos is our pronoun. When it happens to you all in Spain, os is the pronoun. If it happens to them or you all everywhere else but Spain, where we don't use vosotros, it's les. Again, another star here because when we use indirect and direct object pronouns together, these will have a little bit of a change to them, which I'll talk about in my next video. All right. Indirect object pronouns, IOPs, are kind of like DOPs in that in your sentence, usually your pronoun will come before your verb. Let's look at some of our examples. All right, so she sings to me. So the action singing is being done to me. So first of all, let's look. Me, okay, so me is going to be the indirect object or indirect object pronoun that I want to use. All right, we can put Asia out front to make sure people know that it's she that's doing it. The action is being done to me, so me, Asia me, and then sings in present tense. Canta. Asia me canta. Of course, you could also use this in any other tense, like to say that she sang to me yesterday. You could say, ella me cantó. So the verb can change. It doesn't matter. All right, so me is our indirect object pronoun for this example. All right, next one. I write you a letter. So you is the recipient of the action, which is write. So I am writing the letter to you. So te is the indirect object pronoun that we'll use here. All right, so I write, I'll say yo te, because it's to you. And then write, I write, yo te escribo. And then a letter, una carta. Yo te escribo una carta. Here, you could leave out the yo if you wanted to, because escribo is just going to be for me doing the action. So, te escribo una carta means the same thing. All right, third example. We give them the chocolate. So, who's receiving the action? It's them. All right, so that is in this section here. So, les is our IOP. We are doing the action, so we'll start us off. Nosotros. And then we want to put in our IOP before our verb. So, nosotros les. And give, we give, les damos. And then add the chocolate. El chocolate. Nosotros les damos el chocolate. We give them the chocolate. Notice that it's kind of backwards. We give them to how we'd say it in English. I'll underline all the indirect object pronouns here. So me here, te here, les here. Just to show you how it would change it up here. Let's say we said, ella nos canta. That would mean that she sings to us. Or ella os canta. She sings to you all in Spain. So it changes the entire meaning if you're changing who is receiving the action. Practice these. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching. Que estén bien. Adios.